I don't think America is a racist country. Okay, this is a hot topic, right? Is there racism in America? On some level, there's racism everywhere. On some level, humans are always going to be racist to some degree. This is how humans function. If I walked down the street and was attacked by a purple man, and then I walked down the street 2 months later and was attacked by a purple man, when I next walk past the purple man, I will be intimidated by said purple man. That's not racism, that's pattern recognition. That's the reason that humans don't try and hug lions, because we learned a long time ago to recognize patterns. Hey, did you see Steve? He tried to hug a lion, he ain't got a head anymore. Maybe I should try. Don't be racist, right? So this is pattern recognition, so people confuse the two. And on many levels, certainly all of Asia and many countries in the world are far more racist than America will ever be. But America's true problem is that they won't shut up about racism. Do you remember when you were younger? I don't know if you ever did this. Did you ever say to somebody, hey, why are you angry? You seem pissed off. Why are you so angry all the time? Why are you mad? Why are you mad? You're pissed off. And after an hour, you're actually like pissed off, right? You make it come true. It's the same. Why are you racist? You're racist. Why are you racist? Racist, 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 racist.
Christians have the saying. They say words become flesh.
Absolutely. That's what it is. You just won't shut up about it. If truly you want to end racism, then stop discussing color. Because that's all racism should be, removing color. I'm half black, half white, right? I don't care what people view me as. Some people think I'm white, some people say I'm Brazilian. People guess, not very often people guess I'm half black. But the point is, the only way to truly remove racism is to stop discussing color as a whole. Stop making quotas for color. Stop doing all this craziness in the name of fixing racism and just promoting racism. But this is done on purpose. I'll go full Alex Jones here. But we all know that the elites of the world need to make sure the people who are getting destroyed by the financial system are at war with each other. You need all the people at the bottom infighting. Otherwise, they're going to wake up and look up and go, oh, these few people are screwing all millions of us. They don't need that. So they need to make sure we continue to infight. America.
So it's old school divide and conquer.
Oh, old school divide and conquer. This whole racism thing is absolutely and utterly promoted on every single level. They want people out there marching the street complaining about racism to distract them from the fact that their job doesn't afford them enough money to ever live a comfortable life ever. They want them just to be complaining about something else. That's all it is. It's just a distraction method. If you're wondering how you can spot a dickhead instantly, I know it's not that difficult nowadays, but I'll give you a few tips. In fact, I'm going to give you one tip. I don't want to talk about one. I want to talk about lots of tips. Too many dickheads around. One of the most important ways to discover if someone's a dickhead or not is if they wear a smartwatch. Smartwatches are bullshit. There is nothing you can do on a smartwatch faster than you can if you just pull your phone out your pocket and use your phone properly. Every time I've ever seen anyone try and do something on a smartwatch, I just sit there looking at them thinking, what kind of fucking materialistic, capitalistic moron are you that when Apple releases a watch, you think you need it? So you can sit there scrolling through, pretending that it's easier for you to read your email on your fucking watch than it is for you to get your phone out of your pocket. Getting your phone out of your pocket is like literally half a second. In fact, let's time it. Put a timer on. So I'm sitting here. I need to do something on my phone. I've got my stupid smartwatch on. I go, okay, let me just get my phone. I get it out. Is it going to be any quicker, me fucking around on that little watch? Is it any better for me to, oh, who's calling me? Okay, now I'll get my phone out of my pocket. It's bullshit, it's garbage, they're completely useless. And then people go, oh yeah, but it tracks my heart rate. You didn't know your heart rate for your whole fucking adult life. You went through your life and you never knew what your fucking heart rate was. You never knew how many steps you took in a day. And now that it says on your fucking watch, you pretending that's important information? You just not fucking important information. All you're trying to do is justify your completely shit lifestyle by saying, oh, I took 500 steps today. Who gives a fuck? You're still a fat bastard. You never knew how many steps you took. That's not real exercise. Telling you how much mundane bullshit activity you did does not substitute exercise. I see everyone in their shit excuses for having a smartwatch. Next time you meet someone with a smartwatch, say, why do you have that? Oh, it's actually quite convenient because, and listen to their shitty excuse. They're lying to you. They're a moron. Don't trust people with smartwatches because they're all fucking stupid. I don't think there's anything wrong with being committed to a woman if it makes you happy. I don't think there's anything wrong with being committed to a woman. I'm not saying you have to be a cheater to be a man. I'm not saying you have to have women to be a man. You should do whatever makes you happy as an individual. If having one woman and being committed to her makes you happy, good. My point is, you should never allow yourself to be in an unhappy relationship with one woman or 10 women. Yeah. Doesn't matter how many there are. It matters about, are you getting value from the relationship? A lot of men, I feel like, aren't respected in their relationships. And I think respect is the key component of life as a man. If you don't feel respected, you don't feel like a man. The feeling respected and feeling like a man are basically the same thing. If you look at how it works, oh, people respect him. Why? He's big, he's strong, he's rich, he's successful. He feels like a man is respect.
If your woman is constantly disrespecting you, then I don't think you should be married to her. And if you have 10 women who disrespect you, I don't think you should be with any of them. So it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers. It's about value. You're giving value. You need to receive value. And, we can go down the whole gender role path and blah, 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 and how it's changed in the West, et cetera, et cetera. But I truly think you need to sit there and go, okay, what would I like from a relationship? And am I providing enough for her for me to get it? So I have a little anecdote I always say to my women. You noticed about half an hour ago, she just brought me a coffee. So my women bring me coffee at random all the time. And they go, why do I do that? And I said, because if anyone ever broke in this house, I'd be the one putting my life on the line to protect you.
Exactly.
So all you have to do is make coffee. Isn't it easier to make coffee than fight 10 armed assailants?
Right.
Now, if you have a woman who'll sit there and go, well, I don't think anyone's going to break in. I don't want to make you coffee. To me, not making me coffee is enough to terminate a relationship. And that sounds stupid and may sound petty, but it's not, because it shows there's a respect. There's not a healthy respect in a relationship for it to continue down any kind of path I'm interested in. Yeah. So this is my standards. You set your own standards as a man. And if your woman's treating you like shit, but you don't leave, she's going to keep treating you like shit. So it doesn't matter how many you have, friend. You can have one woman if she's the best woman in the world, good. It's a matter of what are you truly getting from that relationship. That's the key to it all.
Watch this if
you made a
you
point
are
previously
insecure
saying
about
that you
your height.
can't be 5'8" and an alpha. I never said that, and I don't think anyone here has said that, because I'm going to give a quick shout out to a boy of mine in a second. I'm 5'9". What do you think shorter guys should attain to be? Obviously not betas. Now, we were speaking 10 minutes ago about a very good friend of ours. Shout out to my boy, Prince, my homeboy, who is a G. And he's what, 5'7"?
Turbo G.
Turbo G. We were literally discussing this an hour ago in our own private conversations. So, Justin, I know you're the second tallest here. You're the same height as Andrew.
Yep. So I actually have a really strong opinion about this, because I think a lot of guys give up at like 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", all this bullshit. Bro, listen, if I was 5'8", living in Indiana today, I would go to the gym, get a good job, handle my fashion, handle fitness, handle all these different things. And look, you will be, I like to say, happier than a dog with 2 dicks with your 3'7" girlfriend. You don't need a 10. Plus, I'll tell you another thing about a 10. There's shit to be around.
Hard work.
You could have 3 10s and 3 7s in Indiana and probably be just as happy, or if not more happy, than if you had 3 10s.
And 3 7s is 21 anyway, so that's better than most dudes with a 10.
Yeah, with your King Ranch Ford. Quit fucking crying. Do it, bro. Because most any men would take 3 girls that were amazing to them, want to be around them all the time. And like, dude, being short is not a reason to quit at all. And Prince is a great example of that.
He is,
because he's not tall, but he has literally maxed out everything from fitness, fashion, style. He does stuff for me.
Yeah, he's a
in business.
Bro,
he's a war room guy. He's truly legit. He's a shining example of the short guy that's a pussy. He is screaming "fuck you" by his actions.
Yep.
But he is not crying about it.
Yeah, correctly. But another way to view the world, it's just a wrong way to view the world. Every man understands you shouldn't be complaining about things you cannot change. You have to play the cards you're dealt. Yeah. I can't be a cowboy, right? Justin's a cowboy, right? I can't be an Australian. Sterling's an Australian. I can't be a dickhead. Tristan's a dickhead. you have to accept your role, and you have to play it, right? Yep. To be born a certain height and then to sit there and go, what do I do? I'll tell you what you do. You become the best version of yourself, just like everyone else does. We're all born, okay, let's say we were all blessed with height at this table. We still had to become the best version of ourselves. If I was only 6'3" and didn't achieve any of the other things I've achieved, none of you would be watching this podcast right now.
True.
Nothing about the height is in and of itself enough value for me to be a valuable man. As a man, you build your value. You are born with the cards you're dealt. Sure, it'd be ideal. Look, I'd love to be 7 foot tall. I'm not. So it's the same argument. You can only become the best version of yourself, and to sit there and to constantly complain about it is a feminine frame. If you're 5'2", you need to become rich, strong, well-connected, and funny and charismatic and interesting and witty. If you're 6'4", you need to become rich, strong, well-connected. It's the same game. So to sit there and complain about it is asinine.
In fact,
asinine is the word of the day. If you're a man and you're watching this, you need to be very, very aware of this trick. Every single female does this about anything. They can crash a car, they can suck a dick, it doesn't matter what it is.
But I feel they live in an emotional world. To them, everything is feelings. People's feelings, feelings, feelings. Men live in a fact-based world. So if you allow yourself to be dragged into the feelings world, which is what Will is doing, you're not only arguing points you can't argue. You can't argue against feelings. Why did you suck that dick? Well, I felt sad. Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to suck dick. But you don't know how it feels. They just come out with shit. Whereas you can sit and say in a fact-based world, you can't suck dick when you're married, ho. What you doing? So she's doing a very good job of dragging it into this feelings-based world. And the reason she's going to do this is because it gives her a shield. It gives her a shield, a weapon she can use against her transgressions for the remainder of the negotiation. Because that's what this is a negotiation. So far, Will has failed, of course, because Will. On another point, how are you going to be Will Smith, man? You were like one of the most liked men in the world. Who hated Will Smith? Everyone liked Will Smith. You like Will Smith? Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, everyone likes Will Smith. And now you're there, yeah, you fucked him. Oh, for 4 years. Fucking hell, man. What's wrong with people? You know what's funny? What's funny is I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. I'm that guy. If I talk about something, I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. I'm never like, maybe I don't know, maybe I do know. I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. I'm that guy. I'm that guy to the point where now I get paid $1 million a month. And when I tell people, listen, I'll teach you how to make money online, there are still idiots out there who go, I don't know if I can trust you. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about ego and why it's super important that you have an ego. In fact, the biggest worms I've met in my life are people who don't have egos. Now, I think a lot of people get confused with, there's two types of egos. You've got people who have egos who don't deserve it, and you've got people who have egos who have earned it and justified it. Mike Tyson had an ego, he's Mike Tyson. Fat Dork has an ego, he's a fat dork. People often talk about downward spirals. He got in a downward spiral, he lost his girlfriend, then he started drinking, then he lost his friends, and he drank more, and then in a downward spiral. You know what else is real? An upward spiral. He started training more, so he had more energy, and he started working more, started making more money, and then he went to a better gym, and then he trained harder, and then there's an upward spiral is exactly the same. An upward spiral is always fueled by ego. So having an ego is not a bad thing. In fact, I encourage every man out there to have an ego. Develop an ego, a massive one, and then work to justify it. Then you have the other side of the coin, the people who have an ego for no reason. I wouldn't call this an ego. I'd call these people delusional morons. And if you're going to go through your life and you're going to have to associate with people, what you want to do is find egotistical people, find out if they have a reason to justify said ego. If they don't, get rid of them. If they do, hang around them, because you might actually learn. So I think I want to clear a few things up, because there's some bullshit on the internet about why the police raided my house. So I'm going to clear it up with an official statement here. Some whoopee was chilling with T. They made love. And then Tristan stopped replying to her texts. Why? Because it's Tristan fucking Tate. So he stopped replying. Thought, fuck her. She's from, I don't know where she's from. Some other country. I don't know where she's from. She's not Romanian. And after they slept together, he ignored her one day. Hey, let's go out for dinner. Ignored her. Kept ignoring her. Then turns out she has a boyfriend. So the boyfriend found out she was with Tristan. So now she's in a hard situation, right? Because she doesn't want to admit to her boyfriend she's been cheating with the guy who now ignores her completely. So she says, oh, yeah, but I was with him, but I didn't want to be. I was at their house and I couldn't leave. Like she was kidnapped. Even though all of our CCTV, which the police now have, prove that she came by Uber and left by Uber, and there's text messages of her begging to come back, and Tristan wouldn't let her. So then her boyfriend calls the embassy and calls the police from France or whatever country she's from, and they instigate this high-level fucking police SWAT raid for kidnapping. And they come into my house, sorry, Tate, sorry, we're sorry, it's from the embassy. Because if it was actually Romanian stuff, the police wouldn't even come. If the Romanian called the Romanian police, they'd be like, We ain't going to the top G's house. He ain't kidnapping bitches. He's kicking them out. No way. They know me. But because it's from an embassy, because the French embassy, blah, blah, international incident, blah, blah, blah. So the police come here, have to take all my things. This is 2 days after the event. I'm about to get all my electronics back already. Because they know I didn't fucking do anything. The girls broke down crying, admitting she made it up. Whoopies. Stupid whoopies.